All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is July 17th, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up with me, John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Let's take a look at some charts. First chart we're going to look at is SPY. On the 10-minute, it's hard to see. Yellow is under the white one. We have a 10-minute downtrend. We are under pivot. We are under all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, so on the 2-hour chart, we have let's move this down. All right, we've got a 2-hour downtrend. Go back to the 10-minute chart. Now, today's entries, because we gapped down, instructions today were price below the 560 pivot and below the all-time high anchored VWAP. We have a 10-minute downtrend. First entry on the price is price below 559. Okay, so let's go back and look at 559. We had a green candle and red wiped it out earlier, and that's why it was just below 559 right there. Okay, so price wipes out the green candle right here. That's your entry. And then that would be the first entry. Second entry is wipe out another green candle right here at 558.03. Okay, so you got 558.10, 559. And as green, every time red wipes out green, that's an entry to go short. Now, as we came into the target, that would be this anchored VWAP. It's not an all-time high anchored VWAP. It's just a VWAP that is planted or anchored to the consolidation breakup low right here. Okay, so that's on July 1st right there. And you can see price action came right down to it, kissed it twice, and I'm looking for a gap up tomorrow and head back up there. We had ascending tail pattern like here, here, and I believe this may be one more. It's not quite ascending, but I believe it will wind up coming back up here sometime tomorrow. We'll see, all right? We'll see what happens, all right? After I thought about it for a while, there might be some more selling because we got kind of top heavy earlier this week with Diamond Dow and some other sectors. So we'll see what happens. We may have one more day of selling or a half day of selling and then a rip. But usually get a nice $1.50 bounce off of that anchored VWAP, and you can see 556.50 bounced us up to 558.22. So you got a nice dollar bounce off of that anchored VWAP right there. So on the daily chart, I don't think we looked at that yet. You can barely see it. Those are my instructions as I walk just through the day. On the daily chart, we still have the 3 over the 8. Price is below the 8, but we are still above the 17 EMA. Price action is still bullish. All right, so SPY still in an uptrend. Even though we're coming down, we are still in an uptrend. That 17 is still moving up. QQQ today, price action, lower high, lower low, closing below the trap, closing below the 17 EMA. QQQ has to take out this low right here to be in a downtrend, or create a low and then take that low out. Okay, so QQQ still in an uptrend, just a little bit of a harsh pullback, looking more like the measured move from up here, waffle zone 1, 2, 3, and then down. So there's QQQ still in an uptrend. FNGU, same deal as QQQ, waffle zone and then a leg down. You can see FNGU hitting some minor support right here. FNGU is in an uptrend until it breaks this low right here. Okay? So FNGU in an uptrend still. It's got kind of looking like it's almost qualifying for a flaky downtrend, taking out that low right there. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow making new all-time highs today. You can see, I don't know if we're going to get selling tomorrow. We may get a rally. Here's Diamond Dow putting in another new solid green candle with a higher low, higher high, making a new all-time high on Diamond Dow. IWM, see what they did. IWM put a topping tail candle in. All right. Also made a new 2-year high on IWM. All right. So higher low, higher high, closing over, bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Let's take a look at our technicals. Believe it or not, we hung out in the overbought zone all day, crazy as it is, while SPY pulled back. I'm telling you, we're still bullish, all right? We were in the overbought zone all day long. Didn't even come into the chop zone or this chop zone as much as we pulled back. It's strange to see that we stayed in the overbought zone all day. T2123. T2123, guess what? Put in a new all-time high today. Okay? While SPY was pulling back, T2123 put in a new all-time high right there on T2123. Like I said, ripping up over the 15-minute Death Star force field right there. So there's T2123. The 3 bars, not going to look much different. It's just that the red 200 SMA isn't curling up from down here. It's kind of curling up from midfield right here. So nice work on T2123, all without the help of a Fed speaker or some economic data. I think it was all on just $1 getting crushed this morning. FNGU. Okay, FNGU made the measured move. All right, we are from the top down to here, and then a measured move. We got trapped underneath the 200 SMA, and then we got forced down to minor support, which would be these 2 hills right here. You get 2 peaks, 1 peak, and another peak right there. So we got pushed back down to minor support right there. Like to see us hold on to that. FNGU, like I said, still in an uptrend. Let's go back to our charts. See if I can find the right one. That's it. All right, let's take a look at SMH. SMH in a downtrend. Took out the low. SMH enters a downtrend. All right, so there's SMH making a lower low. All right, let's take a look at XLK. XLK still in an uptrend, almost looking exactly like SMH. Okay, let's take a look at XLF. XLF puts in another new all-time high right here. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17. Telling you, those banker boys, they know how to do it. Okay, so XLF, new all-time highs on XLF. Let's take a look at IYT. Hopefully we get a decent candle. All right, this candle looks different from this morning. IYT, all right, having an inside day after a 4-bar rip. IYT in an uptrend, consolidating over support right there. All right, so IYT inside day over the in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at USO. USO started a downtrend, taking out that low right there. All right, so they made a lower high and a lower low, put them in a downtrend. That would be a flaky downtrend. USO ripping back up toward the other direction. Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. Still in the flaky downtrend until it breaks that high right there. Okay, let's take a look at UNG. All right, UNG challenging and making new all-time lows on nat gas right here. lower high, lower low, new all-time low, closing below, bearish trap, below 17 EMA. This thing never got going, UNG. I thought for sure we'd find some kind of lift right here on minor support, but I don't know how far it melts down. We're breaking major support right here. There's UNG. Let's take a look at silver and gold, both in uptrends, by the way. Silver does a bearish engulfing with a lower high, lower low, closing underneath a bearish cross and underneath the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend. GLD put in new all-time highs for GLD. Higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap. That's the 3 on top of the 8. That makes it bullish. If it was under the 8, that would be bearish. So closing over the bullish trap, over, what a hook on that 17 EMA right there. Gold and silver both in uptrends. We could have a measured move like right here. See this? Got take the move up. All right. So we got, let's just take this. So you got like a move up here, and then we got a consolidation over, and then another move up. You see what I see? Right? We could be up here off the charts. Okay, just saying. There's a measured move in there that could materialize. All right, let's take that out of the way. Let's take a look at the dollar, because the dollar is what kind of fed this rally this morning. And you can see here we are with the dollar in a downtrend. All right, dollar in a downtrend, breaking this low right here. Okay, and holding it down there. Usually they go down and then there'll be like a bottom tail candle. Not today, they held it. So hopefully tomorrow's candle gets some more follow through to the downside. Like to see another red candle. I don't want to see a bull 180 show up tomorrow morning. All right, that would not be good. All right, need some follow through. So falling dollar helped provide some lift to the market. All right, why it sold off today? Truthfully, I don't know. But what I believe, just a lot of profit taking. That's all. That's what I believe. All right, let's take a look at questions. Joe Clark, welcome to the room. Thank you for joining us. All right. Please, Joe Clark, if you can hear me, ask questions, because I do not know what you know and what you don't know. So if there's anything you don't understand, anything you want help with, please ask the question. Please ask it in the public forum if you can, so that others can benefit from the answer. All right, traders, I had a decent day today. All right. Traded my Apex account. All right. And I am within $7. Okay. $7 of the evaluation, and I get another $50,000 account. $7. That's how much I did today. $1,800. So I'm excited. I love this. I haven't got paid yet. All right. I don't want to speak too early. I haven't got paid yet. All right. But when I do, I'll let you know. I'm loving this. I trade it at night. I just kind of sit on my laptop, watch my TV, and trade. All right. I've got 2 or 3 charts I set up. I'll just share it with you. Okay. I've got a 3,000 tick chart. All right. And then I've got a 750 tick chart right there. And then I've got a 333 tick chart. No, that's not a, yeah, that is. That's a 333 tick chart. The other 2 are on Heiken Ashi. All right, so that is a 750 Heiken Ashi, 750 tick chart with Heiken Ashi candles. This one is a 3000 Heiken Ashi chart right there. This one is not Heiken Ashi, but I can turn it to Heiken Ashi with my hotkeys if I want it. All right, so that's what I've been trading today, along with my options. So I only got $6.50, and I get another $50,000 account. So I'm looking forward to that. I just started trading it 2 days ago. So I mean, that was a really nice day for me, and I'm quite pleased. All right, you can see I made about 1,000 yesterday, or 1,100 yesterday. You can see I made 18 today. It's kind of cool. I like it. This is a win rate, 62%. Losing rate, 34. Break even, 2. Kind of shows you all your stats, so you don't have to go find them. This is kind of cool. Right here, P&L, cumulative. Shows you everything. They keep track of you because they are. Eventually, you get a paid account. As soon as I get $6.50 more, and then I can hopefully get a check. We'll see what happens, but that's me. If you ever want to do one of these, just get with me. I will be glad to explain it to you. And I trade it just like I trade my SPY. Same way. Green erases red, or red erases green. You can see my head going back and forth, and that's how I trade. Same thing. All right? That's how I enter. And I've got a few spots. Like, I do watch the SPY, all right, on this. So while I'm trading the trade of 8, I do watch the SPY to see if it's going to hit something technically like that all-time high, that anchored VWAP. It's not an all. I'm so used to saying all-time high because that was for the last 9 days. SPY's been in all-time high mode. All right, but as soon as it hits that, I know that on my futures account I need to take profit. So I did on those right there. So I'll take questions in the room. If you guys got any questions, all right. If not, I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tough day today. Couldn't hardly get any movement. When you gap down almost $6, it makes a tough day. Because we came from 635, 565 all the way down to, I think, almost 559. All right, that's a $6 gap. It doesn't leave much room to move after that. Okay, so it was a tough day, but all in all, I gave you the instructions. They worked if you followed them, and I showed you where the target would be. So, hey Brad, thank you. Thanks T. And T says, do you trade futures on Heiken Ashi? I do both. I like to have one side by side. Because on the Heiken Ashi candles, I don't know if you know it, if you've ever worked with them, where you think the body is not where the price is sometimes. Usually you look at the top of the body, all right, and that tells you where price is at. Well, on Heiken Ashi candles, it's different. It's the wick that is where price, or the tail that is where price is. So it's hard to read. Just when you think like you're going to buy the body, or the top of the body, because that's where price is currently, it's a little bit different. So I like to have one Heiken Ashi, or I flip back and forth. I got it on speed keys, where I hit, I set it up myself, where I hit Control H for Heiken Ashi, and I hit Control C for candlesticks. They're both candlesticks, but the other one is, I just call it candlesticks. So I hope that answers your question, T. How many accounts are you shooting for? Ron, I want 20. I'm shooting for 20. I'm going to shoot for the wife to quit her job. She doesn't want to quit her job, and have her trade right next to me with the futures account while I do the options. That's what I'm shooting for. 950 ticks chart is your higher TF. No, I went with not for me. I don't have a 950. I have. Let me go back. I got a 333. I got a 750, and I got a 3,000 right there. I hit Control H, and guess what happened? That's not what I wanted to do, right? So I got to reset up my hotkeys. So there you go. So no, I don't have a 950, but I'm not against having a 950. I've got a 750 with the Heiken Ashi. I've got a 333, and I've got a 3,000 tick. And they're pretty easy to set up. I mean, all you got to do is hit this, hit ticks, all right, and then you put in, let's say you want 1,200 ticks. That's it. You hit save, and then it converts it to a 1,200 tick Heiken Ashi, just like that. All right, it's pretty simple. This is this right here is BYOB throughout the day. So, oh, thanks T. Thanks T. Now Doug does the 333 with the Diamond Dow. I have not tried to trade Diamond Dow yet. Eventually, I might ask him what he looks for. I don't know what he looks for, but he likes that one when he likes to scalp it. I've never scalped Diamond Dow. I am sticking with the ES and the MES because I'm already trading the SPY options. I'm very familiar with the SPY, and it's just easy for me to just transition right into ES. YM tend to be smoother. Yes, I would imagine so. That is, yeah, they do. They have futures for the Russell, the Q, which is NQ, and the SPY, which is ES. Excuse me, and Diamond Dow. They have one for Diamond Dow. It might be. I think it is Y. Is it YM, Ron? Diamond Dow. He probably couldn't hear me. Yes, YM big moves in the last. Yeah, YM did it like rocket ship. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I like about this is I can trade all night long if I want to. All right, so you can just trade like how you wake up in the morning and you say, "Oh, SPY gapped." All right, well with this, okay, you don't have to worry about missing it because this is 24, 5.5 days a week. Okay, 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. So you get to catch it. That's the nice thing, is you get to catch it. All right, traders, that's it for me. Joe, welcome to the room. Happy to have you here. Okay, if you're new, ask questions. If you're not making enough to cover your subscription or your trial, please get with me. We need to fix that. All right. I want you all to be independent. I want you all to be strong traders. I want you to be strong enough that you don't need me. All right, and that's my goal, is to build you into a strong trader. And I want you to the point where you don't need me, but I do want you to stick around. I'm not trying to get rid of you. I like having people in here. I like helping people. And that's my goal, is to make you all strong traders and get you to the point where You don't need anybody to help you anymore. Okay, so that's it for today. See you tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody have a beautiful evening. Yes, in the overnight. Yeah, especially with the European. I agree, Ron. All right. All right, traders. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here, as always. I'm honored that you chose my room.